Right, how are we all doing? I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely shattered. I've just done 5 night shifts in a row. I finished this morning at 6 o'clock this morning. Only got a couple of hours kept because I've been out and about doing a few things. It's now 3:15 in the afternoon. I'm about to go and pick up Grant. We're going to go down and do a bit of fishing. I think Jordan and Tubbs are going to meet us down there. Did go fishing last week. We went to Aldborough. Didn't do too well down there. I had a few small bass, tiny bass, and Grant got a weaver fish out. I did take the camera. I filmed the whole day. I've done a nice little video. Got home from fishing. No sign of the camera, nowhere. Had all the car out, all my bags out, everything. Could not find the camera anywhere. Falling out my pocket as I was coming up the beach, falling out my pocket, getting in the car. I don't know, it's a mystery. Anyway, I've borrowed this camera off my mate Simon. My camera was a 4K Ultra HD. It was a pretty good camera at filming. This one I've borrowed off Si. It's HD, but it says 5W. It's like an active sports camera. I did just do a little trial video a little while ago, and all the talking was out of sync. It was literally like watching a Chinese karate martial arts movie. It may be doing that now. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that by the time I start uploading it and editing it, it kind of sorts itself out and it's all in sync. In case it's not, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to just try and film more on what I'm doing, more on the fishing, on the rods, on the bait, on the catching, and less filming on myself. So if it is out of sync at the moment, like I say, please just bear with me. By the time I get down there, I'm going to have the camera mainly the other way and be filming more of what I'm doing as opposed to filming myself talking, because I know it's really annoying trying to watch a video and it's out of sync. Like I say, fingers crossed you're watching this and it's all running smooth because it's been edited and it's all caught up with itself. But on the off chance it hasn't, just bear with it. So today we are going to North Beach, Great Yarmouth, and we are going to go night fishing. Like I say, it's 3:15. We're going to get down there, get set up. High tide tonight is about 2:30 in the morning. So we're hoping around that time this morning, Tuesday morning that'll be, we are getting some pretty decent fish out. That's hopefully the plan. Yeah, we're going to fish right through the night till tomorrow morning. Got quite a lot of stuff to take down. Obviously I'm taking the beach shelter, I'm taking a little stove with me, I'm taking, obviously got lamps, headlights, everything. We're taking everything with us. So yeah, literally I'm just about to leave now. I've got all my bags ready. I'm about to get in the car, go and pick Grant up, and we're going to head down there. So yeah, like I say, if it's playing up, just bear with me. When I get down there, it'll be facing the other way anyway. Right, I'll see you when I get down there. Right, so we have just arrived. We are on North Beach, Great Yarmouth. We are right down the far end. You've got Seashore Holiday Park there. Come down as far as you can come. Literally turn around, gone back up, and we've parked just there on the left. We've got the gear up. Like I say, we've got quite a bit of stuff on us. We're here for the night. So me and Grant are here at the moment. Jordan and Tubbs are going to catch us up. When you get to the end where you turn the car around, there's a concrete slope. It goes down and there's a wooden footpath that goes all the way down to the beach. I believe they did do that footpath for wheelchair access. But we're going to follow this footpath all the way down. We're going to get on the beach and pretty much just go straight in front of us. So yeah, let's start getting the gear down there. Right, so we're down there now. We're all set up. We've got the beach shelter set up. We're all here for the night. I've got my bait down there. I'll go through the bait in a second. The beach shelter's all set up. So we're starting out pretty standard really. On the right hand side, pulley pennel. We've got a whole squid on there going out. On the left hand side, I've got a 2-hook flapper rig, and we've got some fresh blacks on there. So let's get these out in the water and let's see what we can produce. the same as normal really. Like I say, the 2 hook flapper, I'll never really throw it out too far. I've got no clip downs on there, nothing's clipped, so I've literally just thrown it out 40 odd yards. Pulley pennel, I sort of flung it out a little bit further. I'll show you the bait in a minute. The other boys turning up now. Jordan's just got here, Tubbs have just got here, so they're going to start setting up. So yeah, I'll come back in a second. I'll show you the bait. Right, so this is the bait we are using today. So we've got some fresh blacks. I've got 1 wrap of them. Jordan didn't get fresh blacks, he just got the fresh lug. So we've got a wrap of fresh blacks. We've got some squid, still a little bit frozen, it's kind of falling out a bit. But we've got some squid. And we got lugworm, we got 50 of their fresh lug. And some of these, look at the thickness of them. That's just going to ooze out and attract the fish. So all this is from Galston Tackle Centre. We phoned up this week. Last week we turned up to pick up fresh bait, and they've been so busy last week they didn't have any fresh at all. It was frozen. So we phoned up on Friday to book the fresh for today. So I've got 50 lug, Jordan's got 50 of the lug. We both got squid, but I picked up some blacks as well. I kind of like the blacks. I'll never do too wrong on them. So yeah, so that is the bait situation. Rods are out there, we're fishing. It's a little bit of a breeze. Breeze is coming from behind me. It's meant to drop down as the night goes on, and the temperature is meant to drop as well. So as the temperature drops and it starts getting darker, hopefully we do see a little bit of action. So we've got 3 guys here trying to set up a shelter. I'm sure there's a joke I can make somewhere, but yeah, there's 3 of them trying to do that. And that is it, we are fishing. So yeah, fingers crossed we've got something good to show you. Right, so that was my first cast. I've just reeled in. Absolute massive clump of weeds come out, absolutely massive. A little crab's come out, but down here we have pulled out a dab. Not too bad a size neither. So that's not bad for the first cast of the day. Right, let's get this dab off and we're getting back in and we'll get all that weed out. Not bad. First cast, first fish. Right, so there we go. That was the first cast, first fish. Baited it all up. I reeled the one on the right end as well. Look how much weed has come out on that, absolutely clumps. So that's the thing with Great Yarmouth North Beach. If there's weed, literally just go out 20-30 yards and you should clear the weed. So I've got the blacks on again, which is what I caught the dab on, and we put another whole squid on that one there because that got stripped. So let's get these out. And like I say, I'm only going to put them out 20-30 yards. Right, that's it. So they are both back out there. Like I say, I've literally gone out 20-30 yards. That is it. That's the only way you avoid the weed. Avoid the weed on North Beach. Hopefully it clears up a little bit as the tide starts going out a bit. Nothing worse. I mean, literally I brought out clumps of weed there. Grant, when he cast out, he only went out about 20-30 yards anyway. He reeled in and he was absolutely fine. So that's what I'm saying, just keep it a bit closer. And although you're only 20-30 yards out, you do still catch. Like I say, there are still dabs about, there's still. So bait's back in the water. I'm now going to make myself a nice cup of tea. Must have been here about an hour now, not even had a cup of tea. So let's get the tea on the go. Let's brew up. Right, so Grant's just reeled in. Again, loads of weed, absolute clumps of weed, but he's pulled a whiting out. You can see the whiting behind the weed there. He's pulled a nice whiting out. So he's only hooked in the mouth there lightly as well, G, look. You can see the hook in there.
I just don't want to smell that fish today. It's not 5 feet coffee in his face.
Shut up, put his gloves on. You can see the hook, look, it's only in his mouth.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
Right. And that's it.
Hey!
Little whiting. Right, we're getting back, he's alive, but look at the weed coming out. Right, that's positive though, that's positive. Positive. 2 of us have caught already. Right, I think we're going to be in for a bit of a whiting fest. Jordan's just reeled in. Look at the weed, clumps of it, clumps of it. But on the bottom here, he has got, if you can see it amongst that weed, tiny little whiting. And Grant's just reeled in, and he's got a little whiting on there as well. So I think we're definitely in for a bit of a, whiting fest tonight. Well done, boys. Well done. Well done, Jordan. Yeah, that's it. That weed's going to be a nightmare, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's going to be a nightmare. Yep, definitely going to be a whiting fest tonight. Like I say, the weed ain't so bad. Only went out them 20 yards. That's the only bit of weed I brought in. But we've got a double shot of whiting. Little one there, nothing too good. But him down there, he's quite a good size, him. He's not bad. He's a fair size. And he's only just hooked in the end. Right, let's get these off. We'll get these back in. Right, definitely going to be a bit of a whiting fest tonight. And they're being caught on fresh blacks. They're being caught on fresh lug. They're being caught on squid. So that last one I had out of a double shot. The top one was tiny. The bottom one weren't a bad size. Nothing too big. I've had plenty out that are much bigger than that before, but they weren't a bad size considering some of these little ones that have been coming out. Pulley pennels out there, that's got a whole squid on it. I ain't seen no action at all with a whole squid. Obviously that's a big bait. Hopefully it gets down a little bit bigger. But plenty of action on the one on the left. Like I say, Grant's been catching, Jordan's been catching. I think Tubbsy's the only one who ain't had nothing out yet. But, and like I say, that one there, I only went out about 20 yards, and as you see, there was only a little bit of weed on the top of the line. Just got to keep it in for a bit. As soon as that weed clears, then that's it, get a bit of distance, and hopefully it gets out a bit bigger out there. Sun's just about to go down over there. So we're going to see the sun go down there, and then come the morning, 6:30, 7:15, we're going to see the sun come up over there. Wait, I'm on again. Left hand side, and that's a good knock. Let's have that in. That's a good knock, that one as well.
That's on Dave?
Yeah, that's a decent one.
Which camera?
That's a decent one. It's on record there.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is. Oh.
Did you see it though? That went though, wasn't it? That was a good knock. It did go.
Telling you.
Right, we're nothing on there, but that was a good knock. That definitely was a good knock there. Just pulled a bit of weed out. I think Grant's just knocked. He's having a, let's see if he pulls anything in. You on, G?
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah.
He's on. It's just going to be non-stop whiting all night. You got a bit of weed on there as well, have you? I thought I was on. That was a good knock just now, and I reeled it in.
Feels like it's moving. So over that, I've got his line.
Oh, you got a massive clump of weed on there. Look at that rod bending.
Yeah, that's his line.
You got a massive clump of weed on there. Hopefully there's a fish on the bottom, mate. I don't mind getting the white. Like I say, the other day when we fished, we caught nothing all day. So it is nice to be on them. But it's nice getting the white in, but it's nice to get a decent sized whiting out as opposed to those little pin ones. Mate, you got so much weed on there. Look, you can see the weed. Yeah, I think there is. Yep.
There is 2 of them. Oh, 3 of them.
Oi. Yeah. Double shot of whiting. Little ones though, we want some decent sized whiting. Look at the weeds coming out though. Look at the weed coming out. Little ones though, we want some decent whiting, that's the thing. Well, it's 6:30 and we have lost the light, well and truly lost the light. I can't believe the size of these clumps of weed that are coming out. It's ridiculous, but as the weeds coming out, we're still putting the whiting out. We've got a white in there, and we've got an even smaller one down the bottom here. Right, let's get these off, we're getting back in. Again, he's not too bad a size, him. He's not too bad. But we're getting these off and we're getting back in. I want to get the old night lights on the end of the rods in a minute as well. It's starting to get a bit too dark now to see what's going on.
Bed.
Well, I just heard a bit of shouting. Grant was saying that Jordan's rod was going absolutely mad. But Jordan's reeling in. You don't think there's nothing on it?
Oh, yeah.
He's got a whiting. 2 whiting.
Well, that's a biggie.
Yeah, that top one's got quite fat, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him, Jordan.
He's nice.
Oh, look at him. He's quite fat.
And the fish. The little one.
Yeah, that's what was making that rod tug like that. Hey, well done, Jordan. Nice one.
Yeah.
That's why that rod went like that. Got quite a bit of a fat body on it, that one.
Oh shit.
Right, we're going to measure this one up. Jordan thinks this might be a PB for him for the whiting. I reckon it's about 32, 33.
Not even that.
Let's have a look.
32.
Yeah, just under 32. It's not bad though. He's got a bit of a fat body on him. Not bad.
Get the light on him.
Yeah. Right, we're getting back in. Well, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but I've just put 2 night, yeah, just about. I've got 2 night lights on there. Just the little neon ones. Snapped them, hooked them on the end. So it's a bit easier to see now. We get a little bite. And then over here, we got the old stove on the go. Boiling some water. Gonna have myself a curry pot noodle. This was Tubbs's kettle. Apparently it's one of those when it boils it whistles, so you know you've got boiling water. So we got that on the go. So we get that boiled up, we're gonna have ourselves a little pot noodle. Keep an eye on them rods. Happy days, mate, happy days. Right, while that kettle's on the boil, Jordan thinks he's into something. You've definitely got a big clump of weed on there, you can see that straight away. But is there a fish on there, Jordan? Yeah, little whiting on the bottom. Yeah, a little whiting down there. Yeah, just the one though, yeah. That big clump of weed again, isn't it? Right, let's wait for this kettle to boil. I want my bloody, my curry pot noodle. Right, there we go, we're boiling. Turn that off. Click the gas. Oh, here we go. Let me up to the old fill line. Do its bit. Oh, that's it. Right, let that soak in, and we got ourselves a nice pot noodle. Right, well, I've just pulled out a whiting and a half. Jordan was winning so far. I think his was 33. Oh, he's going to be more than, what's he? 33 as well. Same length, but I'll tell you what. Get that torch. Look at the body on him. Look how fat he is. Look. He's got a body on him, he has, I tell you. Look at him. Right, we're getting back in. He's a bit of a lump. I just brought it in and there was so much weed on the line I couldn't even really see the fish at first. It was a pulley pennel, so there's 2 hooks on there and 2 whiting are taking a hook each. Right, there you go, buddy. There you go, mate. He's off. Oh, mate, he is a nice fat one, he was, I tell you. He had a right body to him. And the other one that was on there was a bit smaller, he's gone straight back, but yeah, pulley pennel, 2 hooks and yeah, 2 whiting, they're taking a hook each. Oh, right, let's get that baited up. Oh, right, well, low water was 8 o'clock, it's now 8:15, so it won't be long and that tide will be on the turn and start coming in. The weed is starting to die down a little bit. The one on the right I just reeled in, had a little whiting on there, absolutely no weed on there whatsoever. The one on the left I reeled in and there was a little clump of weed on there, nothing like what we was putting out earlier. So hopefully if the weed situation, so basically on the left I've got fresh lugworm out there now and that's catching whiting. And on the right, on the pulley pennel, I'm putting a whole, I've got fresh black, so I'm putting a whole fresh black on there. So the hook's through the bottom and I'm twisting and putting a nice hook around on the top. And yeah, they're both catching whiting, but what I want to do, I want to get a nice big squid on there, bait elastic, and give that a good thump out. But obviously can't be doing that while that weed is about. So I've had my pot noodle, I've had a nice cup of tea. Like I say, we've got the night lights on, so we've got our 2 rods there, Grant and Jordan fishing there. Tubbs' rod's a little bit further up, he's just shot off, he plays pool on a Monday night, so he's gone to play his pool games quickly, and then he's going to come back. Oh my god, that was a tug and a half then. Let's watch that, that one on the left, that was a tug and a half. If that goes again like that, we'll have that. I'll say it's so easy fishing with them night lights on there. It's easier than fishing in the daytime. In the daytime you've got the sun on the end of the rods and all that, but with these, I'll say as soon as you get a tug on it, you see the light, do you know what I mean? It's so bright against the dark sky. Right, we're on. G, hold that a second. Be me cameraman. Yeah, I think that's something half decent on there. I say it's something half decent, you watch it be the littlest whiting we've bloody had all day. Going on with my camera as well.
Is that battery dying, Dave?
No, it's not dying. Is it on the brightest? Yeah, right. Oh mate, that proper tug though then. Sometimes it's weird though, isn't it? Like you get a massive knock and it's like the smallest fish ever. So that doesn't even feel like there's nothing on there, but I'll tell you what, that nice bloody bangs it now.
Nope.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Right, I'm going to check my bait because the chances are my bait's probably been stripped off there. But I'll tell you what, that was a thump and a half. And like I say, you get the big thump sometimes and you think it's something decent, and it turns out to be the smallest whiting bloody going. Right, we get some fresh worm on there, we get that out. I'm going to check the other bait. Again though, no weed. Absolutely zero weeds come out again then. So I'm going to reel that one in on the right, and if that has got zero weed on it as well, then I might go for a whole squid and try and get that out of it. Let's have a look and see what exactly has happened. Right, there's hardly any worm on there, that's been tugged. Still a little bit of worm on there, so that was the bottom hook, and he's tugged the worm off. But look, well, I say look, I don't know if you can see with this light, absolutely zero weed. Zero. Right, I'm going to get the one on the right in as well, and if that's got zero weed, I'm going to put a whole squid on there, bait elastic, and try and get that out and try and get something a bit decent. Right, so neither of them had weed on. The one on the left that I reeled in, no weed, and the one on the right, no weed. So I've stuck to my little plan. What I've done is I've put a bit of squid on the pulley pennel on the right, a whole squid, and I'll give it not a major thump, but I've gone out about 60, 70, maybe 80 yards, which is more than the 20 yards we were going. And on the left I've put 2 fresh lugworm on there, and again I've put that out about 50 odd yards, 60 yards. So we'll try that, and if that comes in with no weed, then we'll just keep going further and further. Well, especially on the pulley pennel, we'll try and get a nice bit of distance on that. I'll say with a whole squid, you never know what's out there, what's going to take. The boys to the left, they've had a couple more whiting been coming out. Oh, look, on the left, that's going again. Look at that one on the left. Look. That one on the left, definitely going, isn't it? But I think what he done last time, I think he just like sucked on the worm and literally just sucked the worm off the bloody hook. When I put the worms on, I do try and go over the little knot on the hook where the line is, just to like hold them on a bit. I think Sam's having a little play with that. We'll find out. We'll keep our eye on it. We will keep our eye.
Put barbs on.
So whole squid on the pulley pennel, and look, one whiting's taking one of the hooks and the other whiting's taking the other hook. Look at that, they've taken one each. Not a big size or anything, probably about 28 centimetres, but look, taking one each. Right, we're getting these off anyway. We get the disgorgers, we're getting them off and we're getting them back in. Not bad. So just reeled this right and one in. It wasn't even really knocking, it was a little knock. I thought maybe a little whiting or something, but I pulled him in. Look, very tiny little smooth hound. Nothing to him, tiny little fin. But we get him off, he's only hooked on the end there on that lip. So we get him off and we get him back in. Well, at least there's different fish come out, makes change from the whiting. Right, let's get him off while he's alive. Well, this is quietest it's been all morning. It was non-stop, we've had non-stop whiting, non-stop dabs. I think we were trying to work out, we've had easy 60-70 fish out between us. A few little small ones, pin ones, but there's one or two that was fair good size. But it's now 10 past 1 in the morning. It's gone really quiet, it's really dropped off. High tide is 20 past 2, so we've still got about another hour and 10 minutes till high tide. But weed was picking up again a little bit, so we've not casted out as far. But yeah, now for some reason it's just really gone dead. We've got 1, 2, 3, we've got the 5 rods out in the water, and absolutely no one's getting any bites, nibbles or anything, so all we do is keep at it. Oh, right, well, it's literally just coming up to 2 o'clock. I've just pulled another whiting in. It's very slow now, very slow. We're all starting to feel a little bit tired now as well. Temperature's dropping, see your breath in the air. It's yeah, we're about 20 minutes off high tide, but I think Tubbsy's passed out over there, and I think Jordan might be having a little sleep. I'll say I've been wait since what? Well, I finished night shift this morning at 6 and had about 2 hours sleep, so I'm starting to feel it a little bit. But we'll just see how we go, innit? We'll just see how we go. If we stay awake, we stay awake. If we nod off, we nod off. Looking forward to the morning now. I bought the old frying pan and we've got some sausages and that. So we're going to cook some sausages up in the morning. And we'll see the sunrise. We saw the sun set and we'll see it rise in a few hours. So yeah, we just see if we can stay awake or whether we end up. Moon's quite bright tonight. The camera's probably not picking it up, but yeah, moon's pretty bright out there tonight. It's giving us a little bit of natural light on the beach just from the moon. Anyway, let's see if we stay awake or we nod off. Right, well it is now 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 AM. I stayed up. I saw the high tide in. That was about 20 past 2. I think I stayed awake to about 2:45, and then I dozed off and I woke up at 4. So yeah, I slept for just over an hour. Woke up at 4. I put some fresh bait on those 2 rods. I threw them back out, but absolutely nothing's nibbled them. Nothing's had a go at them. Absolutely nothing. It's yeah, gone very quiet out there. But like I say, it's now 5 AM and it is cold. The temperature has dropped. It's 6 degrees, and yeah, it is fresh. I'm actually quite looking forward to that sun coming up over there. I've got a feeling as soon as that sun comes up, we're going to feel a bit of heat off that. And then yeah, as soon as we get a bit of daylight, I'll get the old stove on the go down there, and we'll get the old sausages on the go. We've got some rolls and that, so we'll get a bit of breakfast. But I think we've still got to about, it's got to be 6:30 maybe, 20 to 7 before the sun starts coming up. So easily another good hour. But well, tide's on the way out. Weed doesn't seem to be a problem at the moment, so just fingers crossed we yeah, we carry on getting some more fish out. Oh well, it's now 6 AM and it's starting to get a bit light over there. I don't think sunrise is till actually about 7:30, but you can see right over there, right across the sea over there, it's starting to get a little bit lighter. It's darker behind me and getting lighter in front of me. I just had some guy about half hour ago, he was walking a dog, but I didn't realise he was walking a dog. I see him walking down the beach, and I don't know, do you know when you're on the beach and you're night fishing, you see shadows, you see sort of movement. It's just tricks of the eye, innit, where it's so dark. And I see movement and I thought, is that movement, is it not? Then I see a bloke and he was walking towards, and I was like, what's he doing? And then I see a dog in front of him, but a bit of a mad time to be walking a dog. And I think all the boys are still asleep. I could really do with a cup of tea, but I've got a feeling that water in that flask is going to be like stone cold now. So I made the flask at about 2 o'clock, half 2 yesterday afternoon. So that's going to be cold, so I'm going to have to get the kettle on the stove. But I'm going to wait for it to get a little bit lighter so I can see what I'm doing properly and boil the kettle up. Make myself a nice cup of tea. And then we get the sausages on the go soon as well. But fishing wise, absolutely dead. Absolutely. I don't know any knocks, any nibbles, any bites, nothing. Wind's changed direction as well. It's westerly wind now, which means that it's coming in off the sea. And every now and then you get a little bit of a cold blast, bit of a cold breeze hit you in the face. So as soon as that sun comes up, it'll soon warm up. That's what I'm waiting for now. Let there be sun. Right, it's got to be about 7 o'clock now, I think. 10 to 7. And as you can see, it's getting lighter over there. Sunrise is 7:20. We've had the kettle on, so had a nice cup of teas, had a nice cup of coffee. We've got the pan on the go. We've got some sausages on the go down there. So breakfast is on the go. Tobbs and Jordan are awake now. I've cast out, I've put some fresh bait out. Grant's put fresh bait on, he's cast out. I think there's a bit of seaweed out there though, looking at that one on the left, that's pulling a little bit. But main thing, breakfast is on the go, bait's in the water. What more can you ask for? Bit of filming last night, so much so the battery died on me this morning. I think the last video I'd done, I think I was cooking up some sausages. Had the sausages. So we had a few more casts after that. Had another double shot of whiting come out, and another little dab come out, a few little ones here and there. Grant as well, he was putting a few little ones out. So yeah, I think we packed all the gear up and we were sort of done at 8 o'clock. We were sort of out of there, we were done. But it was a good night's fishing all in all. Like I say, I know obviously a lot of whiting, a lot of dabs, but it's good to catch and it's better than blanking, that's for sure. And a couple of those whiting, pretty fair size as well, pretty decent size. So yeah, so this video, like I say, when I was saying this morning, I've borrowed this camera. It's not my usual camera I use. There seems to be a bit of delay in this, so I'm hoping by the time it's edited that this is absolutely fine. If it's not, my apologies. I will be sorting a camera and sorting something out or getting it sorted so the editing is absolutely fine on the next one. So my apologies if you've had to put up with me and my mouth moving and not speaking. If it has uploaded fine, then all good. So yeah, so all in all, good night's fishing, really enjoyed it. I'm absolutely shattered. I think I've had about 4 hours sleep in like 48 hours. I'm absolutely done in. I've just come home, just had a nice shower, and yeah, I think I might be looking at getting a couple of hours kip. So again, thanks for watching the video. If you've watched this whole video throughout, thank you very much. It's absolutely awesome. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like I say, I'm going to be taking a camera with me, absolutely loads. We've got loads of fishing trips